A 7-year-old boy goes to school. His stepmother walks him to his classroom, takes a photo of him in front of his science project, sends it to his father. Kyron at school. She leaves. He's supposed to be in class. First period, when the teacher takes attendance. He's not there. He never made it to his desk. Somewhere between the hallway and the classroom, he disappeared. Another night, another mile, another case that never closed. Tonight, Kyron Richard Horman, 7 years old, second grader, Portland, Oregon, June 4th, 2010. He was at school, Skyline Elementary, a Friday morning, science fair day. Hundreds of people were there, parents, teachers, students. Kyron vanished in the middle of all of them, and no one saw a thing. This is what we know. June 3rd, 2010, Thursday evening. Kyron Horman lives with his father, Caney, and his stepmother, Terri. Also in the home, Terri's daughter from a previous marriage, Kiara. She's 18 months old. Kyron's biological mother, Desiree Young, lives in another town. She has primary custody some of the time, but Kyron lives mostly with his father. The family dynamic is complicated, but by all accounts stable. Kyron is a normal 7-year-old, smart, curious, loves science, loves frog. That evening, Kyron works on his science fair project, red-eyed tree frog. He's excited about it. He's been working on it for weeks. Terri helps him. They finish it that night. He goes to bed, ready for the fair tomorrow, June 4th, 2010, morning. It's the last day of school before summer break. But first, the science fair. Students are supposed to arrive early, set up their project. Parents can come, walk around, see the displays. Then regular classes start. Terri gets Kyron ready. Breakfast, backpack. She drives him to school, Skyline Elementary, a small school, rural area, northwest Portland, about 300 students. They arrive around 8 a.m. The science fair is in the hallway. Students set up tables, display their project. Kyron sets up his, the red-eyed tree frog project. Terri walks around with him. They look at other projects. She takes photos. Kyron standing in front of his display, smiling, wearing a black t-shirt with CSI on it. Glasses, happy. At 8:45 a.m., Terri takes one last photo, sends it to Caney. Kyron at school. She tells Kyron to go to his classroom. He nods. She watches him walk toward the hallway. Then she leaves. She has errands to run. Kiara is with her. She leaves the school around 8:45 to 8:50 a.m. Classes start at 10 a.m. First period, the teacher, Mrs. Porter, takes attendance. Kyron Horman is absent. She marks him down, assumes he's sick or had an appointment. She doesn't think much of it. It's the last day of school. Kids miss the last day sometime. The day continues. Normal classes, end-of-year activities, 3:30 p.m. School ends. Buses line up. Parents arrive. Kyron's bus driver notices. Kyron isn't on the bus. He's supposed to be. Every day he takes the bus home. The driver waits. Maybe he's coming. He doesn't come. The driver calls the school. The school checks. Kyron didn't attend class today. Marked absent. The school calls Terri. Did you keep Kyron home today? No. She dropped him off this morning. At 8:45, she saw him walk toward his classroom. Panic. The school calls Caney. He's at work. He didn't pick Kyron up. He thought he was at school. 3:45 p.m. Caney calls 911. Police arrive at Skyline Elementary, Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. They search the school. Every classroom, every closet, the gym, the cafeteria, the library, bathrooms, storage rooms, nothing. They search the ground, playground, field, the woods surrounding the school, nothing. They bring in search dogs. The dogs track Kyron's scent from the hallway where his science project was displayed toward the south entrance. Then the scent disappears, as if he got into a vehicle. Investigators interviewed the staff, teachers, janitors, the principal. No one saw Kyron after 8:45 a.m. The last person to see him was Terri, his stepmother. They interview students. Did anyone see Kyron? A few kids say yes. They saw him by his science project in the morning, around 8:30 or 8:45, but no one saw him after that. No one saw him go to class. No one saw him leave. Investigators pull security footage. The school has limited cameras, only at main entrance. They review the footage. They see Terri and Kyron arrive. They see Terri leave, alone, with Kiara. They don't see Kyron leave, not through any entrance, not in any vehicle. But there are areas without cameras, side doors, parking lot, blind spots. Investigators interview Terri. She tells them everything. She dropped Kyron off, 8:45 a.m., saw him walk toward his classroom. Then she left. She went to 2 grocery stores, Fred Meyer, Albertsons. She has receipts, timestamp. She went to the gym, 24-hour fitness. They check. She didn't scan her membership card. No record of her being there. She says she just walked on the treadmill, didn't check in. Then she went home. The timeline fits, mostly. But investigators notice something. There's a gap between leaving the school and the first store, about an hour. Terri says she drove around. Kiara was fussy. She wanted her to sleep, so she drove. Back roads, near the school. No witnesses confirm this. Investigators start to focus on Terri. They interview her multiple times. Her story stays consistent, but they're suspicious. In the days that follow, the search expands. Volunteers, hundreds of them. They search Solvay Island, a rural area near the school. Fields, woods, water. They find nothing. Weeks pass. Investigators bring in the FBI. They analyze Kyron's computer, his email, his online activity. Nothing unusual. No contact with strangers. No red flags. They investigate the school staff. Background checks. Interview. Everyone is cleared. They investigate parents at the science fair. Who was there? Who had access? Over 200 people attended that morning, coming and going. All are interviewed. No one saw Kyron leave. Investigators return to Terri. They search her home, seize her electronics, her phone, her computer. They find email between Terri and friends. Some of them are troubling. Complaints about Caney, about the marriage, but nothing that indicates she harmed Kyron. They bring Terri in for a polygraph. She failed, or the results are inconclusive, depending on who you ask. She's never charged, never arrested, but she becomes the focus. And this is where the story gets strained. Kyron's teacher marked him absent, first period. She didn't think it was unusual, but there's something else. Earlier that week, Terri had emailed the teacher. She said Kyron had a doctor's appointment Friday morning, June 4th. He'd be missing part of the day. The teacher acknowledged the email, noted it. But when investigators asked, there was no appointment, no doctor visit scheduled. Caney didn't know about any appointment. Kyron didn't have one. So why did Terri email about it? Investigators asked her. She said it was a mistake. She'd been looking into appointment, thought she'd scheduled one. Then didn't. Forgot to cancel the email. But the email was sent days in advance. Not a last-minute thing. It was deliberate. Did Terri send it to create an excuse? So the teacher wouldn't question Kyron's absence. Investigators looked into Terri's movements that morning. The grocery store receipts. Fred Meyer, 9:12 a.m. Albertsons, 9:54 a.m. But Skyline Elementary is 10 minutes from Fred Meyer. If she left the school at 8:50 a.m., where was she from 8:50 to 9:12? 22 minutes. She says she was driving around. Kyron's scent trail ended at the south entrance, near the parking lot. Did he get into a car? If so, whose? Terri's truck was seen on security leaving, but it's hard to tell if anyone else is inside. The angle doesn't show the back seat. There's something else. A witness, a landscaper, working near the school that morning. He told investigators he saw a white truck parked near the school around 9 a.m. Someone was inside. He couldn't see who. Terri drove a white truck, but so did dozens of other people in the area. Was it hers? No one knows. In the months after Kyron disappeared, Caney filed for divorce from Terri. He got a restraining order, said he believed she was involved. Terri denied it. She said she loved Kyron. She would never hurt. She took a second polygraph. This time, administered by her own attorney. She passed. But police don't recognize. They say it's not valid. In 2012, investigators said they had a suspect. They didn't name them, but everyone knew they meant Terri. They said they needed one more piece of evidence. Then they could make an arrest. That evidence never came. Kyron Horman was at school. Hundreds of people were there. He was seen by multiple witnesses. Then he wasn't. Somewhere between the hallway and the classroom. He disappeared. Theory 1. Kyron wandered off, got lost. Maybe he went outside, exploring, got disoriented, wandered into the woods. The area around Skyline Elementary is dense forest, easy to get lost. This explains why the scent trail stopped. He walked away, but it doesn't explain the timing. The school was full of people, teachers, parents. Someone would have seen him leave, and it doesn't explain why he never came back. Extensive searches. For weeks. Nothing. Theory 2. Terri took him. She walked him to the classroom, but then led him out a side door, put him in her truck, drove away. This explains the email about the doctor's appointment. She was setting up an alibi. It explains the gap in her timeline. She was hiding him, or worse. But it doesn't explain what she did with him. If she harmed him, where is he? Investigators searched her property, Sauvie Island, areas she frequented. Nothing. Theory 3. Someone else took him. A stranger. Someone at the science fair. Predators target schools. They blend in. Look like parents. Kyron was alone, walking to class. Someone grabbed him, walked him out. This explains why no one saw anything. It looked normal. An adult with a child. But it doesn't explain how they knew he'd be alone, how they timed it perfectly. Theory 4. It was someone from the school. A staff member, a volunteer, someone with access, who knew the layout, knew the cameras, knew when to act. This explains the lack of witnesses. Staff members move around freely. No one questioned, but it doesn't explain motive. Everyone was interviewed, background checked, no red flag. Theory 5. Terri hired someone. She didn't take Kyron herself, but she arranged it, paid someone to take him. This explains her alibi. She was at the stores, on camera, but someone else took Kyron. Investigators looked into this. They found something. Terri had contacted a landscape months before Kyron disappeared, asked him something unusual. How much would it cost to hire someone? She never finished the sentence, but the landscaper assumed she meant to hurt someone. He reported it to police after Kyron disappeared. Investigators followed up. Terri said it was a misunderstanding. She was asking about landscaping work, not hiring a hitman. They couldn't prove otherwise. Every theory points somewhere, but nowhere leads to Kyron. Disappeared, the investigation grew. Over 5,000 tips. From across the country, possible sighting, suspicious vehicle, people who knew something. None led to Kyron. In 2010, his photo was everywhere. Billboard, news coverage, national attention. America's Most Wanted featured his case. Dateline, Dr. Phil. Millions of people saw his face. No credible sightings. In 2012, Desiree Young, Kyron's biological mother, sued Terri. Civil suit, $10 million. Claimed Terri was responsible for Kyron's disappearance. Terri denied it. The case was eventually dismissed. Not enough evidence. In 2013, Kyron Horman spoke publicly. He said he believed Terri was involved. He said he didn't know where Kyron was, but he knew someone did. In 2016, the Multnomah County Sheriff said the case was still active, still solvable. They believed Kyron was taken. They believed someone knew where he was, but no arrests were made. In 2020, on the 10th anniversary, a new search was conducted. Focusing on Sauvie Island, investigators used ground-penetrating radar, searched specific areas, found nothing. In 2023, age progression photos were released. Kyron would be 20 years old. The images show what he might look like now. They were shared widely. No credible tips. Terri Horman has never been charged. She maintains her innocence. She says she doesn't know what happened to Kyron. She says she loved him. She's moved away from Portland, changed her name, lives quietly. Kyron Horman still lives in the area. He advocates for missing children. He's never remarried. He holds out hope. Desiree Young does too. Every year she holds a vigil at Skyline Elementary. Fewer people come now, but she's always there. As of 2026, Kyron Horman has been missing for 16 years. The case is still open. Multnomah County Sheriff's Office keeps it active. The FBI is still involved, but there have been no arrests, no charges, no named suspects. Though everyone knows who they're looking at, Kyron would be 23 years old now. His family maintains a website, bringkyronhome.org. They post updates, share information, field tips. In 2024, a witness came forward, said they saw something in 2010. Near the school, a truck, a child inside. Investigators followed up. The lead went nowhere. The case has been featured on every major true crime platform, podcasts, YouTube, documentary. Millions know his story, but no one knows where he is. Skyline Elementary is still there. The building looks the same, but the hallways feel different now. There's a memorial, small, in the library. For Kyron, the science fair still happens every year, but it's different now. Parents hold their children closer. Teachers watch more carefully. The school will never forget. If you have information about Kyron Horman's disappearance, contact the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, 503-823-3333, or the FBI, 1-800-CALL-FBI, or submit tips at bringkyronhome.org. The road keeps going. The school bell rings every day. Kids walk the hallway, go to class, go home. But one Friday morning in 2010, a 7-year-old walked toward his classroom and never arrived. Somewhere between the hallway and the door, he vanished in a building full of people. 16 years later, no one knows where he went. How do you disappear from a school hallway? If you know something about this case, the comments are open. If you want more roads like this, I'll keep driving.